What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to MKE Maniaci, and today we got 11 most savage comebacks that destroyed a WWE wrestler from WrestleMania. Now listen, first and foremost, I apologize for my absence, man. Really trying to find balance in this thing called life, but we back to it, man. Now listen, most savage comeback, man. You think it's ironic that we got John Cena on here because he actually really one of the slickest talkers, man. You could think of like dozens of John Cena savage moments. You could think of dozens The Rock moments, man. So many different things, but we gonna check out 11 of them. Let's get it.
WWE wrestlers have been known to push the limits on what they can say during a promo. Whilst WWE wrestlers taking shots at each other back and forth is common, sometimes a wrestler takes things further and delivers a hysterical yet incredibly offensive insult. Join us now as
The Jericho Stephanie thing was wild.
Further and delivers a hysterical yet incredibly offensive insult. Join us now as WrestleMania looks at 11 hilariously brutal insults in WWE. Number 11, I'll never forgive your mother for giving birth to you. Vince McMahon has been known to throw random insults out during promos, and in 2001 he delivered an insult to his very own son Shane McMahon that highlighted that he knew no limits when it came to his own promo material. During a segment of Raw in March of 2001, Shane would be attacked by Triple H, and this led to Vince getting in Shane's face and screaming,
"I will never ever forgive your mother for giving birth to you."
One thing about the McMahons that you gotta give credit where credit is due. I understand nowadays, in the internet wrestling community, we hate Vince. I get it, but you cannot deny Vince, Linda, Steph, Shane. They pushed the limits during the prime years of the Attitude Era, the early Ruthless Aggression days. Man, they did everything. They pushed the damn limit. Shane jumping off of things, getting balls electric, like it's just everything, man. Like the McMahons, the Kiss My Ass Club. If it's one thing the McMahons love, they love the entertainment, the industry, the sports entertainment industry, man. They love the WWE, man. So, and this wasn't even the most savage thing that the McMahon has done. They've done savager.
Whilst this line was controversial, it did further the kayfabe issues between the two ahead of their WrestleMania 17 encounter, and this was the Attitude Era, a time in which WWE would say and do whatever they wanted. Number 10, retrieve your balls from Stephanie's purse. One of the top matches on the Super Showdown card in 2019 was Triple H taking on Randy Orton for one final time. Whilst this match announcement came out of nowhere, the two legends of WWE did engage in a memorable war of words a few days before the Super Showdown event. During a promo segment on Raw, Triple H and Orton would go back and forth with various insults when suddenly Orton delivered one incredible insult. "Can you promise me that Friday before you step into that ring with me that you retrieve your balls from Stephanie's purse?" But what made this insult even funnier was that both Triple H and Orton burst into hysterics, leading to some fans speculating that this was an unscripted remark from Orton.
I mean, and Triple H and Orton got that kind of relationship. It's funny, I actually forgot about this promo. This is kind of like an unlocked memory at this point, man. So 2019 was I ain't gonna say it was a forgettable year. It was some portions of it that was kind of like forgettable, but it wasn't too bad of a year. But the whole, the thing is, man, Randy Orton, he's known to do, sporadic, just kind of off the wall things here and there. He kind of test the limits because he has certain privileges backstage, man. This is freaking Randy Orton, for God's sake.
Number 9, posting workout videos on your wife's Instagram.
From Cena and Undertaker.
John Cena was delivering some exceptional promo work on the road to WrestleMania 34. He was going to face The Undertaker at the big event, and the dead man would be absent for 100% of the build.
I hated that. I wanted Cena and Undertaker to fight at WrestleMania for years. I thought, man, we had the once-in-a-lifetime thing, WrestleMania 28. I'm like, okay, I'll give it to Rock and Cena. Then I was like, maybe WrestleMania 29 we can get Cena and Undertaker because The Rock's going to face Brock and this and that. And then, not too long after that, I was like, they're going to do Rock and Cena again. And they did. So I'm like, WrestleMania 30, we got to get Cena and Undertaker. Damn it, it got to happen. Didn't happen. I'm like, okay, WrestleMania 31, 10 years after Cena won his first WWE title, we gotta do it. Didn't happen. Then there was Sting. Didn't happen with Sting and Undertaker either. I'm like, damn it. But WrestleMania 34, man, when we finally got it, we knew we were going to get it. I'm like, the buildup is going to be incredible. And Taker was not there. He was not there for any of it. In fact, the day of WrestleMania came, Cena was a fan. It's like we had an impromptu, and then the match was like 3 minutes.
It meant that Cena had to sell the match on his own. Cena delivered some kayfabe breaking insults towards The Undertaker during this time period, but one of the smarter ones was when Cena praised the dead man before directly mentioning his real-life marriage with Michelle McCool. Cena would declare, "You're not broken down, because if you was broken down, you wouldn't be posting workout videos on your wife's Instagram." This comment received a thunderous ovation from the crowd, as it had heard something that shattered the illusion of The Undertaker, and this was one of the first times in WWE history the relationship between the dead man and McCool had been mentioned.
It kind of broke the fourth wall
on WWE TV. Number 8. However, your sister, a WrestleMania 28 build featured a compelling feud between Chris Jericho and then WWE Champion CM Punk. During the feud, Jericho would get extremely personal with Punk, and he would often bring up Punk's family to try and get into his head. One of the best segments from this entire rivalry was on Raw, when Jericho was seemingly apologizing for mentioning Punk's family. Jericho had promised that he would never mention Punk's father ever again, and this moment quickly took a U-turn when Jericho stated,
"Your sister?"
Jericho would then discuss Punk's sister's substance abuse problems. It was masterfully delivered and truly helped sell the fact that Jericho was this detestable heel who was going to stop at nothing to get an unfair mental advantage ahead of WrestleMania 28.
One thing about the Punk Jericho thing that I appreciated, it was more than just best in the world versus best in the world. I like Jericho can get very personal. Even in his feuds with John Cena in the past, man, like, he can get very personal. Feuds with Shawn Michaels he can get very personal. But, CM Punk's straight edge lifestyle, bringing in, Punk's sister, substance abuse things, like, man, it was so many different faces to this rivalry. And I feel like it was overlooked at that year's WrestleMania in 2012. It was very overlooked. Rock and Cena was cool to see, man, but it would have been a hell of a thing to see Jericho and Punk go at it in the main event. But me being the Cena fan, I was, I'll say it worked out the way it did.
Number 7, thong wearing fatty. The Rock has delivered some incredible promos throughout his WWE
I did it for The Rock
career, but his promo before the 2000 Armageddon pay-per-view is perhaps his most celebrated. The Rock would hilariously berate every competitor in the 6-man Hell in a Cell match, and when he got to Rikishi, he would mock Rikishi's prior heel turn before saying,
"I did it. Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty."
The Rock's delivery of this iconic line was so funny that it still makes fans laugh over 2 decades after it initially happened. Now, before we get into number 6, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, WrestleMania Shorts. Number 6, 1998 called. By 2001, X-Pac heat had taken full effect in WWE. Whilst X-Pac still had something to offer the company, he was just lingering around the lower mid-card, and he was seen as an annoyance by the WWE audience. During a promo segment on Raw between X-Pac and Edge, Edge would deliver a savage promo which completely killed any star power that X-Pac had left. And as far as being part of the most popular group in WWF history, well, hanging out with cool people does not make you a really cool person. And by the way, 1998 called, and they're sick and tired of you, so feel free to join us in the year 2001 anytime. Now you look confused, so let me explain. You see, at one point I was into this whole goth thing, but then I developed my very own persona. It's called character development. You should look into it sometime.
Boy, why did it kind of seemed like this was not like a rehearsed promo. This sounded like something that Edge really meant. Why did he go at X-Pac like that, man? I didn't think that X-Pac had that much heat in WWE at that time. You know, but damn. Like, bro, he wanted to end him that night.
Number 5, unless Booker T got real short and real fat real fast, you ain't no Booker T. During WWE's infamous Invasion storyline, they would attempt to do a mini...
Bro, the freaking Invasion storyline, it's the prime example of it looks good on paper. On paper it looks good, but you know, it was pretty much like, if I could put it in terms of today's wrestling, it's like having Roman Reigns, John Cena, Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, you know, all the big hitters going up against, and I mean this respectfully, going up against freaking, man, what's like some, not jobbers, but like mid-card jobbers from a different wrestling company. That's what it was
on
like,
TV
man.
between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Taz. During an Austin promo on SmackDown in which Austin was calling out Booker T, Taz would leave the commentary table to confront Austin in the ring, but Austin would immediately put Taz down with a brutal comment.
Unless Booker T got real short and real fat real fast, you ain't no Booker T.
And to Taz's credit, he handled the comment insanely well, and his verbal rebuttal was exceptionally delivered. This feud could have been something truly special, and it's a shame that fans never got to see the talented duo have a 1v1 pay-per-view showdown. Number 4, I'll bounce you quicker than an ECW check. By early 2004, John Cena had ascended to become one of the WWE's brightest young babyfaces. Cena's rap persona had truly resonated with fans, and some of his raps were total genius. One of the standout raps Cena delivered in 2004 was on Paul Heyman, and Cena threw in a hilarious line which stated,
"I'll bounce you quicker than an ECW check."
Oh, Cena was savage with the raps. I remember I was, 10 years old? Almost 10? Man, every time Cena came out, even before that, I was in like 3rd grade. Bro, every time Cena would come out for SmackDown, man, the raps were always on point. It always made me laugh. And some of it, you know, I probably shouldn't have been watching, like, you know, why don't you let me smack that? You know what? Cena was wilding. Cena was wilding, though, man. But that's what really made me a fan of John Cena, though, man. Because bro was just too raw with it.
W check.
This was a direct reference to Heyman's inability to pay his talent during ECW, and what made the comment even funnier was that Taz on commentary stated,
I had one of those. They suck.
Number 3, I ain't got time to watch you spray that stupid ass water all over the crowd. Stone Cold Steve Austin's run as an authority figure on Raw in 2003 was well received by fans. Austin was incredibly funny, but he had the ability to help tell serious storylines whilst never overshadowing the roster at the time. One of Austin's more comedic moments took place in May of 2003 when he called Triple H out on Raw. As Triple H was making his trademark entrance and was about to perform his water spit, Austin would declare, "I ain't got time to watch you spray that stupid ass water all over the crowd." Triple H's reaction was brilliant, as he looked genuinely stunned that someone had verbally berated him whilst performing his own entrance. Number 2, even a 747 looks small when it flies through the Grand Canyon. But whilst the 2002 feud between Triple H, Stephanie McMahon and Chris Jericho was criticized by some fans, it did feature some memorable insults from the game directed towards Jericho and Stephanie McMahon. During a promo segment on Raw, Stephanie would criticize the game's performance in the bedroom, and this was when Triple H interrupted and stated,
Even a 747 looks small when you're flying it into the Grand Canyon.
Now, at that point, look at Steph's face. She couldn't believe he said that. Hot dog rolling down in the alley. A freaking plane flying through the Grand Canyon. Like, it's crazy to say to your wife. That's crazy.
It was a magnificent line that the crowd absolutely loved, and it's hardly a surprise that the specific clip from the promo is often shared across social media. And number 1, she does the faith breaker better than you do. The Undertaker's final ever feud in WWE saw him engage in a personal rivalry with AJ Styles.
This could have been so. I mean, the Boneyard match was incredible, but this if they had a feud, like an actual ongoing feud, this would have been so like even better.
For this final feud, the Deadman would strip back his Deadman persona and introduce fans to a more human side of the Undertaker, which was described as a mix between the Deadman, the American Badass, and Mark Calloway. During the promo hyping their WrestleMania 36 match, Taker would reference the fact that both AJ and his wife Michelle McCool have the same finishing move. I think you're mad because she does the Faith Breaker, aka the Styles Clash, better than you do. She got it over. I've seen the Undertaker deliver.
Which is cap, by the way. When you think of that, when you see that movie, you don't think of Michelle McCool. Respectfully, you think of the phenomenal AJ Styles. But I get that's your wife. That's your
An
wife.
out-of-character promo was unbelievable. It was only fitting that the Deadman's promo was met with universal acclaim, with some fans even calling it the greatest promo of Undertaker's entire career.
Who said that? All right. 11 most savage comebacks that destroy the WWE wrestler. Link down below in the description for y'all to check this out in its entirety with no interruptions. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for me. And until the next video, I will see you then. Thank you for watching MKE Maniaci. I'm out.